The Bahrain Grand Prix in one word, Blockbuster. Hey guys, welcome. It's me, Atobakman, the Red Line Freak. If this is your first time at this channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the post notification bell, and also leave a like. With that said, let's just jump straight to it. So, round 2 of the Formula 1 season, Bahrain Grand Prix is done and dusted. I expected Ferrari to find their pace from pre-season testing, and they did, and they were really far ahead of Mercedes in terms of qualifying and just raw race pace. Until disaster struck and Charles Leclerc's engine just gave up, Vettel spun, and everything just came tumbling for Ferrari. Disappointing, actually. However, the key highlights from that race for Ferrari fans and Ferrari as a team is that the pace which they showed at preseason testing was real, was genuine. Australia was a fluke, so they can leave Bahrain with their heads held up high, knowing that they have pace in their car and they have two damn quick drivers, especially Charles Leclerc, who actually nailed the race week. He was brilliant in practice, brilliant in qualifying, brilliant in the race. Actually, in the race when he had to fend off Hamilton on lap 1, I was amazed how he kept his head down and did what he had to do. And when he overtook Valtteri Bottas and was P2, he had the pace and he asked the pit wall, "Can I overtake?" And they told him that no, you wait for 2 laps before you can go. And he had the pace and just breeze past Vettel and just streaked into the distance in the night. And he sent a clear message to Ferrari saying that, hey, look, I'm here to do business, I mean business, and I'm here to win. So if you give me the tools, I'm going to win. So I think Ferrari should really rethink and consider whether they want to have a number 1, number 2 strategy where Vettel is on top and Leclerc is like the underdog, or they want to go down the route of Mercedes where free for all, but depending on points advantage and all, then we can now instigate who is the lead driver and the second class driver. But I think Charles Leclerc showed everyone how good he is, how like his racecraft was on point, his qualifying was on point. I believe Vettel struggled a bit with the car, but that doesn't take anything away from how brilliant Charles was. He was just on it, brilliant. Even Lewis Hamilton told him that, hey, look, you're young, you have a lot of race wins coming, you win multiple championships, and everyone across the world who watched the race would totally agree with that. Charles Leclerc is a champion in waiting. Do I think he'll do better than Verstappen? Probably. But anyway, it's racing, anything can happen. But there's no doubt that Charles Leclerc he is the future. I think he is even the present. Now, the Silver Arrows Mercedes were able to bag a 1-2 thanks to Ferrari's woes. But I just want to touch on Hamilton, how cheeky his race plan was. He knew he didn't have the pace to fight for the lead, but he just did what he had to do to put himself in a good position in case of anything. And I think for a racing driver, that's the biggest advantage you can have. That's what you have to do, especially if you know you don't have the car to win. You just try as much as possible to put yourself in a situation where if anything goes wrong, you can capitalize on that and win. And Lewis did just that. I mean, he muscled his way past Vettel and caused Vettel to spin, which then relegated Vettel to only P5 at the end of the race. And he was just like, okay, P2 is what I can get. Then Leclerc's engine decided to give up on him. Then all of a sudden, Hamilton is in the clear to win the race. And for me, I think that's the opportunist instinct that every racing driver should have. And it goes to show just how good Hamilton is, especially how much of a fighter he is. I've always loved his charisma and how he drives the car and how he always wants to put himself in the best position. But Sunday's race in Bahrain showed that he really means business. Like, even though he's won 5 championships, everyone will be like, oh yeah, I've won 5 championships, that's it. But shows that, yeah, he's hungry for more, he's hungry for more success, and that's really good. Red Bull family, what happened in Bahrain? I hear some of you ask, well, the only thing I can say is that you guys were just not on the pace. Was it the engine? Probably, because Bahrain has a lot of long streets and all that, but you guys were just not on the pace. You were Red Bull was practically in the no man's land, which prior to them switching to Honda engines was sort of where they always were. Just that now they have reliability from the Honda engine, so they know that whatever happens, even if we're in no man's land, at least we'll get to the finish line. Unlike Renault, who had a double DNF on Sunday during the race. Sunday's race in the midfield pack was a very, very interesting race in the sense that I expected Haas to, just be clear and just, streak into the lead and, in the midfield pack, be the leaders of the midfield pack. But they struggled. Grosjean had an incident on the first lap and he was taken out. And Magnussen also struggled. But all in all, McLaren seemed to come out on top out of that, whatever happened it was. I don't know what to call it, but McLaren came out quite well. I think they finished P8 with Lando Norris. And Kimi got, I think, P7, which is the ice. I'm not so sure of the classification, but McLaren really, kept their head down and got a good number of points, which technically is their home race in the sense that the majority shareholder and all those business things, they are from Bahrain, the Bahrain region. So it's sort of their home race, and they put up quite a good show. So the Bahrain Grand Prix, I mean, if I should describe it in one way, like I said earlier, it will be a blockbuster. I had everything: drama, action, wheel to wheel, emotion, everything was in there. I mean, from the get-go, from lights out, everything was there. Accidents, wheels banging, carbon fiber flying around, sparks going off, everything. It was just an amazing race. And for a racetrack that is at one point was on the brink of being taken out of the racing calendar, it looks like it's made a statement that even though we may be a dull circuit in terms of capacity wise, not a lot of people coming around and all that, it shows that they can provide good content for TV viewers, and it was really a nice race, and I think Bahrain should stay on the calendar for a bit much longer. With that said, I've come to the end of this race review. It's just a short, brief one, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know what you think about the race in the comments. And if you were at the viewing party and I didn't see you, please let me know, because I was looking out for some people. I didn't see all of them, but in case you weren't there, you missed out. It was a lovely time. Hats off to all the event organizers and Formula One group in Ghana for putting such an event together. It was really nice. And the next viewing race would be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I'll let you know ahead of time where it's going to be at the times. Just follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'll be posting it on there. You'll get to know ahead of time so you can plan. And just come around, let's have a good time. Everyone in Ghana is crazy about soccer, which isn't bad. I love Formula One, so I get to invite people to come and see Formula One and experience it. A friend came and he had me talking, explaining a lot of things to him, and at the end of the race, he was like, yeah, this is quite an interesting sport, and I'll be following it from time to time. So yeah, just come along, come around, let's have a good time, and yeah, just cheer your favorite driver on. Some of you are Hamilton fans, but you've never seen him race. Are you really a Hamilton fan, really? Just come and watch your boy race. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, which would be the preview to the Chinese Grand Prix, which is in 2 weeks, for my F1 series. And I have some other videos coming up, which I have to edit, but editing is a pain in the ass, but I will do it, and I'll put it up there. So thanks for watching. At Backman the Red Line Freak. Stay safe out there. Peace out.
How you feeling, bro?